Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of XP to Profit, where we are playing RLCraft. And with the markets open today on a Monday, we will be taking trades as well. The strategy we're going to follow today, and I think we're going to do it this whole week and maybe next week, is that a normal ORB strategy. So that is just they call it the ORB strategy. It's a opening range breakout. So it's just opening range before when markets open, you get your zone, if I can say it like that, and then when price goes above or below that zone and closes the candle above or below that zone, it is an indication that we can go for a long or short. We will be using only the the basics of that strategy and a normal EMA. And the EMA is just to determine the trend. But I will show it to you guys. I'll excuse me. I'll show everything to you guys. This is what we're going to play, and then when it comes to the trading, I'll do it like this for you. So you will see we are currently busy forming this candle, and that's a half an hour before market opens. I am inclined to use this candle also as a breakout um, of the breakout strategy. Sorry, the ORB strategy. Uh, it's just because I've seen when I went back on the charts, I've seen that my time, a half an hour before market open, is a good indication. But again, that's not the basis of this strategy. The basis is to wait for market open, wait for the 15-minute candle close, and then mark the highest high and the lowest low. I will continue. I will pause my recording, and then I'll continue when the time is done or the candle is formed, and then I'll show you guys what we're going to do. Then my rules of engagement in this strategy: if the candle is $20 or higher, I'll still take the trade, but I'll wait for a retracement and a retest of the zone. I'll explain it to you as we go along and show it to you as we go along. And if that's the case, then I'll show the trade for you. I'm just waiting for this 15-minute candle to close, and then I might take a trade here. We are on the 5 minutes. We are actually in a consolidation. We're in a consolidation period. The 15 minutes it's turning bullish, but the half an hour, and 4 hour charts, it's all bearish. So going to be interesting. If we take a long, we are going to be against the main trend, sorry. And then if we're taking a long, I'll just move either my break even tight. I'll keep my break even tight or my stop loss tight. And if we're going with the trend, I'll be a bit more lenient with that. But nevertheless, let's hope for a profitable trade. I did miss the DAX open this morning, but I'll do that tomorrow and the rest of the week. I'll do the opening range for the DAX and for the gold this week, and then we can see how it goes. If it's going to be a profitable trade, it is a quite popular strategy. It does work. I have tested it before a bit on the DAX, and there is times where it does really good, and then of course you do get your days where you gets where your stop loss gets touched or where it gets knocked out. Um, but hopefully today is not one of those days. So what I'm going to do, again, this is just me talking now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this line here, and then on this candle, I'll just see what's the highest high or the highest point of this candle and the lowest point of this candle, and I'll draw my zone for that for a trade. I'll show it to you guys if I am going to take the trade, and if not, we're going to wait for market open. Um, and then, so while we wait for that candle to form, we can do a bit of RLCraft. You will see where we left off from the first video. Let me just wait for everything to load in. And on my left hand side on this monitor, let me just show it to you. No, that's the wrong one. This one. Okay, I'll come back to RLCraft now. On this monitor, you'll see my EA is running there. I am not live streaming it currently. I did the first few days. I'll give it till this week. I'll still keep it running. And I think from next week, I'll live stream it again to see where we are at regarding if it's profitable or not. There is tiny adjustments I want to make on the EA, but that is on the code itself. And I want to do some back testing still on it, but we will see how that goes as well. So back to the game. Where did we live? Okay, we were in the desert village, and I believe I wanted to go home. Let me just drop the volume in my ears a bit. I do hope my levels are still good with you guys. I am trying my best with the editing. It is a bit of a bugger. It is quite challenging to juggle all of these different inputs and screens and mics and all that. So especially for me, I mean, I am at the start of this journey, and when I did the when I did the first video, I did realize that I wasn't very talkative. But I think it will be better. It will get better, and yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy the content. Okay, so I just wanted to get this ready for you guys. Sorry. Okay, you won't see it, but it's just on my operating system. I just wanted to get the screen ready so that when that candle is done in a couple of minutes, we can, like, hopefully can show you the trade if I'm going to take the trade. Okay, and so regarding RLCraft, we were at a point, I got the call at least after a couple of times. So I need to determine what we are going to do next in RLCraft as well. XP. XP is the most important thing here, so that I can level up my character and we can get defense and attack and building, I think, or mining up as far as we can, so that I can wear iron armor and use an iron sword. You do need those, especially in RLCraft. I did have a horse somewhere, I can't remember, but he's somewhere here. Just see what's up him. Okay, I have died only once, and that was when a little shit chupacabra came out of this hole. I fell in this hole. He came out here and nibbled on me. Okay, we need XP. I did see we can do that ruined battle tower for a XP farm. Just don't have a lot of blocks. I needed to get rid of some of the blocks I have. Okay, so what we can do, what's this? This is a skeleton spawner and this is a spider spawner. So I can use this as an XP farm of some sort. I'll try and block in the skeletons at least. And then, when the time is right, I can, at night, I will come at night and we can do a little bit of XP farming. Right around here. I can destroy it, I know, and get the XP like that, but I actually want to kill some of the mobs and then we can hopefully get better XP. Sorry, I'm just looking at the screens as well. We have 5 minutes to go. And I'm looking at my EA on my left hand side. I did put in a long, so just to give you guys perspective on this EA, it is one that I developed myself. So I'm testing it. I did a lot of back testing on it. It's very simple and primitive. There's a lot of adjustments and improvements I want to make on it. I will get to it, hopefully, if I have the time. But nevertheless, I have 4 different inputs. It's the same EA, but I have 4 different inputs settings running on the same time. So why I did that is because with the backtesting, I saw that when you get the do the backtesting, you get this graph, and it does perform well, but there is times where it dips very low, my balance. Excuse me. And so the idea is hopefully for the 4 different settings to complement each other and cancel each other out. And when the one is pulling me down, the other one hopefully makes up for it. Something along those lines. So that is, so I am testing it. It's still new. The back testing, again, it didn't do bad. I think I am very optimistic and I do have faith in this this EA. The only thing that is now taking me out prematurely or triggering a trade prematurely is the spread. The spread on the gold. I am running it on gold as well. The spread on gold. Sorry, my words. The spread on gold this last couple of months and weeks are quite hectic. So because of that, it gives my EA false triggers and it makes my break even kicks in prematurely, or it just takes out my stop loss and then it goes in the direction where there was a trade in. So which would have been profitable. So that's why I want to make an adjustment in the EA itself. and I'm going to add a spread filter. So it's just going to be basically when the spread is above a certain point, the EA won't take the trade. So just to try and limit the false triggers it's giving me currently. But all in all, it's not performing bad. I still have money left in, in the account. I think so. I started with 1,000, and I'm now down to 750. So it's about a 250 rand loss in 20 days. I am very glad it didn't burn me. So it does tell me it's a good thing. I want to do something different with this in the future, but first it needs to pass this test. Okay, guys, we are 1 minute from this from this range. Let me just show you. I'll move this now. So I'm going to mark that point. You will see. Let's just make it a bit bigger. I'm going to mark that, and then I'm going to mark that. That's the highest of that candle and the lowest of that candle. So we are going down, which is not a bad thing because that's with the long time frame trends. The dollar, it's like $5. Yeah, it's like $5.80, which is not bad. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to confirm this candle if it closes above or below this range. If not, we'll wait for market open and I'll redraw the zone from there, and then we will take it from there and hopefully we get a trade. If this zone, let me just show it to you guys. If this zone is bigger than $20, I will not be taking a trade. I will wait for it to go up or down, come back and retest this zone, and then take the trade. So that's what I mean by the zone. I'll keep it there for you guys, if that will be better. I do have other indicators that I am going to test. Just to give you an idea, I do have 4 charts here. All of them are gold. The one is 15 minutes, this one is 30 minutes, and this one is 1 hour and 4 hour. So, and this is my, okay, these 2 yellow lines is just my support and resistance. I drew, but this EA, or this indicator, this indicator is one that I'm going to use in the future with, let's say, for a week or something like that. It is quite accurate sometimes, but I will definitely use this in the future to help with the trading. I had my lines on, I think on Friday I drew this lines, and the one was on 40.28, and that was exactly a point where this candle on the 4 hour came down. It touched that point and it came down. So it's not, it's not big movements. The 4 hour is a bit in consolidation, but we'll see what happens now when the markets open. Anyway, back to the 15 minute. The reason I'm doing the 15 minutes as well is the 5 minute it's scalping and it's very fast. It's in and out, and I'm just scared I'll don't have time to react this side and play this side. So that is why I'm choosing the the 15-minute candle or time frame now, especially because this is the first time I'm doing both while talking, while recording, while transitioning between the scenes or the displays. So that is a challenge for me on its own, especially the talkative part. But we will try. Okay, so I'll show you guys. I'll get back to that screen if there's something happening. But and another thing, if you guys hear any noise in the background, please excuse the noise. I am trying to limit it as far as I can, but it's not always possible. Okay, I've missed the... With all the talking, I've missed... I've missed the night. Well, not completely. I just want to get rid of this. I am so scared they're going to come and take me out. And I'm going to leave my sleeping bag there as well. Okay, I wanted to go and get some XP. I don't have any... I don't have any water with me. That's fine, but just a couple of mops I can handle. XP. Free XP. That one has an horn and big eyes. Not a horn, a trumpet. And it blows its trumpet. You're going to blow it? No. Anyway, it blows its trumpet at me. Take the bone for dogs. Okay, so I'm at level 6. So one of the biggest thing in RLCraft is spend the XP as fast as you can, because you tend to hold on to your XP and then no, I am not going there. You tend to hold on to your XP, and then in RLCraft you die very quickly, and then you lose most of it, or at least half of it. Here's my horse. Horsey. Okay, so we're still in the zone of the market order, or open. I don't know what you call it. It's just bear with me. I'm still trying to figure that out, because New York is 6 hours behind us, and market open is, I believe, 8:30. And then, yeah. So it's okay. Anyway, I'm still trying to figure that out as well. I just know this is the time for market open on my side, because it is making me a bit confused, because I'm sitting with the time difference, and then my server, the server I'm using, it's Trade Nation. They moved their servers to Seychelles, and because of that, there's a time difference between Seychelles and South Africa. And now I have to take into account market open, New York's time with our time, with the Seychelles time on the server. So let me show you quickly. This is running now here. If you see over here, you can see it's marked 2 o'clock. And it's currently, this is the 15-minute candle. So let's go down quickly to 1 minute candle. So over there, it's currently 14:24 and my time now is 15:24. So that's an hour difference. So, but I don't want to make it confusing for you guys. I didn't even show you. Wait. Now I can show you. Okay. Lekker. So here it's 14:24 and my time it's, if you can see here, this side, it's 14:24:25 now, and it's my time is 15:25. So that's an hour difference. Besides the fact that New York and us are, we do also have a shared time difference. But anyway, I don't want to confuse you guys. Long and short is the ORB strategy on market open. We are going to do that now. We have our, let me just go again. We have our rules of engagement. Again, close is above this, but this is not a valid pre-entry for me. So I'll wait for market open then. So that will be on 15:30. So I will stop the recording and no, that's now. Sorry. Yeah, 15:30, that's now. Okay, so it's 4 minutes. Then we'll draw the opening range and we'll see if we can get any trades from there. I'm going to, my lot size is going to be 0.1 and we will, from here, we will grow and build the balance, hopefully to a lot, so that we can come to a point where we have lot sizes of 5s and 10s and 20s. But that will be in the future. Okay, guys, I'll go back to the game now. And we still need XP. XP. I will be looking around a lot on my monitors, because there is more than one thing at the same time I need to concentrate on. And when I look to my left, it's just out of curiosity to see what the EA does. I am trying my absolute best not to interfere with the EA. So if it takes a long and I think it's not the best, I will leave it as far as I can. that is one thing that is difficult for me. It's not to interfere with the EA, but I think with the whole setup going now, and even the trades as well, I think, and I do believe that's going to help me when I record, because there will be a type of accountability when I do trade or take trades or interfere with my EA. But again, I will tell you everything, and the whole plan of this channel is to be transparent with everything. I will also share, if there's any, if you guys are interested, I'll show you I'll see how I can share the EAs or the indicators I use, all that stuff. So feel free to ask in the comments, ask questions. I'll answer it as far as I can. If I cannot, I will tell you I can't or I'm not sure. But again, we are doing our best and we are learning every day. If you have any advice, feel free to make a suggestion, but don't be a know-it-all, Mr. Know-it-all or a Mrs. Know-it-all. I know what you get people that think they can tell you anything and everything and it's their way or the highway. Okay, that's XP for me. Okay, we are currently busy. Let me just quickly show you. So now we are busy with the opening range candle on the markets. Let me just take some of this away so that we can see the full candle forming. So ignore the lines in the block. I'll put that back. So now we wait 15 minutes. Okay, back to the game. I'm going to get some dirt in order to close that ruined battle tower so that I can get the mobs spawning. I very quickly realized it is too dangerous to go out at night. Because I saw a Venturaptor. I think it's that's its name. It is quite fast and deadly and can kill you very quickly. So I will close this as much as possible so that the sun just don't spawn behind me. And the moment they start spawning, I will run. No, you're not going to spawn. What about now? Oh, there's one. Okay, it works. Okay. So, the skeletons, I think they are snipers. Because they shoot you with arrows very quickly. In your head. So they give you headshots very quickly. Oh, there's some berries. I can have some berries. Let me place this rock here. Okay, I'll leave that. Okay, we have more mobs. Yes, now we can have some mobs spawning. Luckily, there's a nymph right there. Oh, yes. Okay, so I'm going to run away because that thing... It's a reaper, and it's very irritating. I don't have a bow and arrow to kill it. Let me just try and heal here quickly. Okay, so it shot my nymph. We have done 5 minutes on the candle so far. Still have 10 to go. It is a bit jumpy. It's like it can't decide in which direction to go. Let me just show you guys. So it's as if it wants to go up, but then retraces, or yeah, it just goes on the next candle, it goes exactly the opposite. So I think this is going to be a difficult trade. It just gives me more assurance that I am going to wait for the retracement. Yeah, I think I'll let's see what happens. But I think I'm going to... I'll trade the breakout, but then I'll wait for the retracement to see what trade I'm going to take. It's difficult to say now which way this thing is going to go. And we can analyze it further, but I'm not going to do that now because we are testing a certain strategy, and that is the ORB strategy. Based on this, the strategy is we just need to have the opening range candle and then the breakout through that range and candle closure, of course. So you have your rules, and then we'll take the trade or not take the trade. If you guys want me to like make a list or show it on the display or something that rules, feel free to ask. So I will do it. I'm not going to do it from the start. I'm trying to make the editing as little as possible. Besides the fact that transparency is really important to me, it does take up a lot of my time and space, and because I'm running so much different tasks on my computer, I need to prioritize what I'm going to do. And with the backtesting, for example, I only need to do the backtesting because it takes historical data and process that historical data with the EA I am running. I will do a video on that to show you guys how I do my backtesting going forward, so that you can just have an idea on how I'm doing everything and what I'm talking about when I'm talking about something. Again, if you guys do not know or if it sounds confusing, feel free to ask. I do tend to talk about everything I'm doing without realizing that not everybody understand what certain terminology is and mean, or what I'm referring to when I'm when I'm saying about or talking about backtesting. So please, again, just feel free to comment in the videos. I will reply. I will reply uh, everybody that I can and answer questions. If not in the comment section, I will try and do that on the next video. We have 6 more minutes to go, and then I can draw my range and get that trade, hopefully. I did miss a beautiful trade this morning on the DEX, the opening trade or the opening range trade on the DEX. That was a perfect example. Let me show you while we are busy. So here is the DEX this morning. What I would have, and I'm doing this on the 5 minute. Again, I'll try and do this tomorrow morning or be in this trade and record it. And so that is the range. Okay, so if you can see, it went out. It did close above the above the range, and then it came back and retested this area. Let me give you guys a shape as well. Okay, so it came back and retested this area. So I would have taken the long here, and it went up beautifully. So this is a beautiful example of the opening range for the DEX. But I missed it, unfortunately. But luckily, tomorrow is another day. If you have any questions about this platform, I'm using MT4. I know you get the MT5 now. I didn't have time to explore that option, but I know you get it. And I will be hopefully using that in the future as well, because the reason I'm not using it now, it's mainly because the EA I developed, and that EA, the language, the coding, it's made for MT4. So I can't use that EA on an MT5 platform, trading platform, and or terminal. That's what you are seeing here. That's the whole terminal. So this is an MT4 terminal, and because I developed the EA on the language that uses this terminal, I can't use that EA on the MT5. I can't show you the MT5 terminals because I don't have it with me, or I don't have it on my computer. So you can see here on this candle, that's the highest range already. On this candle, we have 3 minutes to go. So I know you guys might be asking, but why don't you just download MT5? I can, but again, I'm just looking at my space, my available space on my computer. I currently have four to five different MT4 terminals. Two of them are synced, and that is this account, what you are seeing. The other one is the, let me show you. I can actually show it to you. The other one is this one. This is where my EA, or the trading bot, is currently running. So that's a different terminal with a different account. I'm doing it in that way to monitor everything. And then I have another terminal for backtesting. I don't know why. It's just there. It's better for me to have it separately. So again, I'll come to a point where I will get the MT5 and do everything in MT5. Okay, so we are 2 minutes away from the opening range. It does seem like it wants to go up, but then again, it comes down. This is going to be an interesting trade. Again, it's just a type of confirmation for me to wait when the breakout happens. So I'll wait, and then on the retracement, retest, rejection, and then I'll take the trade. I think that's going to be safer today because the market, especially the gold, is very indecisive today. And yeah, but hopefully. Okay, so we are done with the opening range. So let's see, I'll just give this a bit of a color for you so that you can see. Okay, so that is the range. Let me see how much. That's $9.5. Okay, so it's a difficult one, but let's wait for candle closure above or below the opening range, and then see if we will take that trade. When I take a long or short, my stop loss will be either on the opposite end because the range is it's not too heavy today. I'll either make the stop loss on the opposite side or in the middle of this range if I really want to make it tight or keep it tight. But, well, I'll keep you posted. For the time being, we can go back to RLCraft. Okay, and the objective is still XP, XP, XP. I was running away from the Reaper. Hopefully it despawned. I need to get water. I need to get water. What is that? It's a chupacabra! No! This thing killed me the last time. I think I am going to kill you now. Yes. Chupacabra. Okay. The other one was a purple one. I think it was like a buffed or something. Because that thing really killed me quite easily. But on the other hand, my character is so wimpy that this sheep can kill me if it wanted to. That is also just for the time being. Hopefully I don't need to kill my sheep. I need to breed them, get shears, and shave them. Why are you here? A butcher. That is weird. Okay. Water, water, water. I am going to get parasites somewhere, I know it. And then I'm going to die. Luckily not this time. It just gave me thirst. We can. Another Reaper. And it goes through walls and it blasts me. Just leave me alone. No, no, no. Run away, run away. Let me hide under the tree. No, shit. Let's run. A Healy, thank you. Just go already. Okay, we're still in the zone. There's no breakout yet. This is just an update. I really do want it to go up because of my EA. Let me just show you. As you can see, we are still in the middle of the zone. And I really, really, really want it to go up. Just to get a good trade on my EA. But it doesn't seem it's going to be. Maybe now it will go up. There is definitely a support here. So it is testing that again. So for example, and again, this is just my analysis. I am not so confident in my analysis to just say this is what's going to happen. I'll still learn that. But for example, this morning the markets opened over here. It went up. You can see on this yellow line. I know I drew this line just now, but just to give you a perspective why this is just support now. So on this yellow line, you can see it did had a bit of a resistance. It broke through, came down, then that act as a support, and then it went up again. So it's very similar to this opening range trade we want to do now. If we had to draw lines here, it would have went through the zone, came back to test it, and then bounced back up. There's a resistance there now on top. I think it's at 40.28 somewhere. It got rejected, came back to this support over here, and then it bounced back up again. So now we're sitting with the same thing. It went a bit further up, got rejected, and now it did come to test this zone again. So I believe it's going to decide if it's going to come down now or go back up. This does look promising for a potential trade, but for my EA, it's not. It's still in the trade, but it is dancing around that stop loss. I can show you guys quickly. You can see there's a stop loss. There's a stop loss. And yeah, it is down dancing around there. It's not 3 or 4 different trades. That's one trade. It's just it shows on all 4 charts because it's the same symbol. So all 4 is gold, and that's why one trade reflects on all the charts. It is being rejected at that support. We will see. Hopefully we get a break to the upside to actually take a trade, because now we are not in any trades. We are just playing games until a valid trade comes. Let's give it 5 more minutes. I think then we are going to have a reaction. Just okay, so why I told you I might take a trade earlier before the opening range, it's because, okay, that's not a, sorry, I'm just playing the scenario through my head. But yeah, I would have taken, I would have taken a long potentially there, and my stop loss would have been actually taken out. So it wouldn't have been a good trade. So that's why we are waiting now for market open range, and hopefully to get a, we do have the opening range now. So let's hope for a good trade to come. Back to the game. Okay, so we need to get the fence, and I'm going to do that. 2 on attack, we are on 6 on defense. That Reaper is not gone. There we go, now it's gone. Okay, and I have the XP. Okay, so Spectral Bolt Charge. This item can be used to repair crafted equipment. I have no idea where and how to use those. Like I said, I haven't played this game a lot. I did play it a little bit just to get familiar with some of it. But yeah, I haven't played this game at all to a point where I know, okay, that is for that. We'll figure that out as we go. This market is still consolidating on the 5 minutes. My EA is still in the trade, again dancing around the stop loss. So I think in 2 minutes, we will have a reaction. Let me just take a nap. Okay, so my EA, the trade is out on my EA. It did hit my stop loss now. So I think I think we might go short here. Let me just show you. So on that candle here, or on that little jump, it took the trade out on my EA. But this might be a trade for me to do with this orb strategy. Sorry guys, I do get tongue-tied on certain words. Definitely on certain words. And I don't want to overpronounce the words because then it sounds stupid. Okay, I think we are going to take a short here. It is with the bigger trend, so I'll take the short now and then take my stop loss to the middle. Actually, because this range is not too big, I'll take it there. That means I am 1%. My risk is 1% on this current trade. So hopefully this thing goes down now and not turn immediately against me. My take profit will be a 1 to 2, or even if it hits a 1 to 2 or 1.5, I'll move my stop loss to break even so that I don't lose any money on the trade when it turns against me. But I'm looking for it to break through this support here. Let me see, through this section here. If it breaks through this section, we are in a good trade. And then we can look at this lows as a TP, or this lows. So for now, let me just, I'll put my TP there. So this is a 1 to 2 ratio. So it's 1% if I get knocked out of the trade, but I gain 2% if it hits my TP. Okay, so we are officially in our first trade on this channel. So let's cross our fingers and hope that we have a profitable, good trade. I will keep you guys posted. You can see it on the displays still while we are playing games. If there's big stuff happening, I will just transition to that screen and show you what is happening and what we are going to do. It is currently testing this support. So I want this breakthrough here clean. Okay, back to the game. I need water. Do I have more hide? I do. So I can create a canteen like so. It won't help me much because I need charcoal. Okay, so I can cut down trees. Over here I have logs. So I can make charcoal. I'll cook those up later And this is chupacabra meat. I'll cook that up later as well. And that one. I will keep the bones with me. If I see a wolf, I might be able to tame it. On the first video I did try, and that little bugger took 7 bones from me, and it didn't even got tamed. So what I do need now is I need paper. Why I need paper, I can actually just see if I don't have any sugarcane. If there is. Why I need paper is to make a filter. I'll show it to you now. Let me just... Alright. I cannot take the sugarcane because I'm too low level. But hopefully, somewhere here is paper. We are in a small profit. It does want to go down, but that is a very hard support. And it looks like it is struggling to break through that support. But we will stay in this trade. If it goes back to the zone, let me just show you. If it goes back to this zone and the candle closes inside the zone, I will think of it to exit the trade. The only reason why is because I have heard, and I might be mistaken, there's no concrete evidence, but I have heard when the candle closes back into this zone, it is 80%. There's an 80% chance it will touch that side at least, and then continue on the trend it wants to go. So why I will exit out sooner than later is because my stop loss is inside the zone. We are on the higher time frames, we are with the trend. On this time frame, it is a bit, it's a 50-50. I can't determine. If you check out the higher highs and the higher lows, etc., it is a bit bullish, but not a lot. There's no good trend I can see. Like the DAX, for instance, this morning, it went up and you saw the trend. So this is the 5 minutes now, the 5 minute time frame. This is very consolidating in or on this support. I just wanted to break through this support. But we are still in a profit, not much. It's very little profit. Sorry, that was my chair. But again, I'll keep you posted. Back to the game. Okay. So I wanted to get some paper. Over here is paper, and actually I have sugarcane and a map. So I just need, I'm going to take this with me, and I have a name tag, definitely, wheat, crafting ruins. Again, I do not know what that is and how to use it. We will figure that out as we go. I am going to try and get another frame, picture frame, so that I can use the clock in the map. But if not, we will continue for now without it. I am going to make the filter paper. And let me use this map here. Where is it? There. And I do not know where there is. Think something like that. Maybe. But anyway. Okay, filter paper. We need paper on both sides. I need my charcoal in the middle. And we have charcoal filter paper. I'm going to make 12. I think that's good. Okay, let's leave that there. Sorry guys, I am talking to myself a lot. I'm going to leave the clock here. Okay, so there is something happening. Let me show you. So it looks like we are breaking through this support here. If it is a 1-to-1 ratio, I will move my stop loss to break even. But hopefully we get TP before that. This is actually a good trade so far. Let's just cross our fingers and hopefully it keeps going in our direction or in our favor. Okay, back to the game. So now we take the canteen and we fill it with water. Then we take the filter paper and now we have purified water. Finally. No parasites for me. I'll keep that on me for now. Okay, it's still moving in our direction, the trade. It keeps hitting that support. So sometimes I do get confused with the support and resistance, and I need to keep reminding myself that the support is lower and the resistance is above. I know it's like a little thing, but it can get confusing sometimes when you have a lot of other factors that you keep in mind. And I think I am a bit dyslexic. I don't know, because I do tend to switch my words and some of my numbers and all that stuff. I do tend to do that. So if you hear something that's not correct or the opposite that I'm saying, just understand that it's coming from some place. I'm not saying I am. I think I might have some of the factors, or it's just because I'm thinking too fast and my thoughts are going faster than my mouth can say them. One of the two. Okay, so we are now going to store this name tag because they are worth a lot. So now I'm going to wait for a nymph to spawn here and hopefully get that thing in. We need to build a roof here somewhere. so that it can go, I can push it inside my house. And then give it a name, and then it won't despawn. Okay, the trade is still going. As you can see, it's still in our favor. So the next 15-minute candle will come in 1 minute. And hopefully we have a profitable trade. I see this recording is already over an hour. The only reason I started it before is to explain to you the ORB strategy, what we are going to do and how we're going to implement it with the rules and executions. And I wanted to see if I can take the trade a bit before market open. That is a risk. That's a bigger risk than this is a more calculated risk. In my opinion, the one that I wanted to do initially is also a calculated risk, but it's a bit more riskier. So this is a nice strong candle closure to the downside, and I do hope it stays there. It does look promising, so we can hopefully get this TP. But I will maybe pause the recording for now and the game for now, and just continue when we are near TP or something is happening. Otherwise, these videos are going to be so long, which is also fine, but it is ultimately for you guys to see everything and to experience everything with me. You did experience the entry with me now, and some of the gameplay, and now I'm just going to pause it for a brief minute. You can see we are at 15:15. Okay, I know that label over there is in the way. Let's show you. That's the wrong one. This one. That one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you will see now. Sorry, I'm looking to the screens. It's making me confused sometimes. So we are busy with the 15:15 my time or server time candle now. So I will see you guys hopefully in a short while, and when this trade almost hits TP. Guys, I just thought of something. We are at 4,000, and that is a strong psychological support. So this trade might turn against us now somewhere. Hopefully not. Hopefully it goes through and retest this lower lows over here. But just bear in mind, this is a psychological support, and I think it might turn against us. So what I'm going to do is I will lower my stop loss to the middle of the zone, just to be safe. It might take me out sooner and then turn in my favor. That happens a lot. But yeah, or I should take the trade out now. But again, that is not within the rules. You see, this is where it gets difficult for me, is to interfere. I tend to do this a lot. I overthink and I want to take it out. I don't give it a fair chance. But yeah, this is just something I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully this goes in our favor still and hits TP. I will show it to you when we are there or close. Okay, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, we are on a new 15-minute candle. As you can see, it gave a big try and still trying to go back, and I believe it's because of this the 4,000 psychological support. So we are retesting the opening range. If you want to, you can now enter a new short trade when we get a confirmation candle on the 5 minute. So if there's a rejection candle here, we will maybe look at a another short. I'm going to move my stop loss back to 1%. I'm just scared of a liquidity sweep maybe, and then it takes me out and goes in the direction the bias is in. So we are going to keep an eye on that. In the meantime, I want to show you what the EA did. And actually, over here, you can see it did enter a long, which went up. There's TP, and it would have hit TP if I didn't take it. So I took the trade out. And again, that's one of my downfalls is I tend to interfere with it too much. So the 1 minute EA now entered a short here. So hopefully it goes down again and it will turn into our favor on both the EA and the normal trade we are in. So I'll keep an eye on that. I do find it not difficult to do both the gaming and the trading, but I do see that it takes a lot of time. As much as I want to show it to you guys, the video would be so long. I want to fast forward this point or this where we are now till it either hits the stop loss or the take profit. But because we are gaming, and that is not possible or as easy as it sounds. And another thing is that I do see that the progress on the game itself is taking very long. So, but again, I will be playing and posting only gameplay, let's say during the weekends when the market is closed, or even during the week when there's no valid trade, and it will happen. There won't be a trade or a valid trade that we can take with this strategy, and then we can only focus on gameplay. So it's going to be either or, depending on the markets. And with the markets, you never know what you're going to get. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an update quickly regarding that. I'll keep you posted. Okay, so it's not looking so good. The first 15 of this 15-minute candle got rejected here at the zone, and then the next one started. So we still have 10 minutes more to go for this one to finish, but it pushed up quite strongly towards the 50 EMA. It's still a valid entry, I think, and I'll reflect on the trade afterwards, after it's either TP or stop loss. But what I can see now is that instead of the stop loss being 1%, and I do know 1% it's a good risk versus reward ratio depending on your appetite. But what I can do and can still do is move the stop loss to the higher supports or resistance, sorry, the higher resistance. The other thing, if I really do, if I want, if I want to take a big chance, um, calculated, but it's a big risk. It's to enter where it hit the moving average here. It's to enter another sell or a short position here. I know we don't have clarity on it rejecting this price range and this zone, but it is a chance to take if you have the appetite. I think I'm going to stick with the normal strategy for now. I really do hope my first trade on this channel is a profitable trade. But yeah, this was also a key level of support, the 40,000 psychological support. And another thing, what I could have done is moved my stop loss to break even when it went here. But again, the trade can still go either way, and hopefully it turns towards my favor now. It did. If I have to do the higher lows and lower highs, it did form a lower low here. So it's busy forming hopefully a lower high. If I have to estimate over here at my stop loss and then reject and go down. But because of that, that's why I'm thinking to maybe move my stop loss to the higher resistance just to give this thing a fair chance. That means I move my risk to reward ratio to a 1 to 1 if I have to move this up in 10 more rand or 10 more dollars. And honestly, I'm considering it very badly now. On the EA side, it's still busy with that short it took. It definitely would have taken the TP on the buy position it entered at the very bottom, which I showed you. I can show you quickly again. So this TP would have been taken definitely, and now we're busy with this short. So hopefully it comes down and either break even kicks in or TP. But again, this trade can still go anywhere, and hopefully it goes to our trade. If you go back here, you can see this 15-minute candle is being rejected quite good in my opinion. So hopefully it stays there, and then that chance, bigger risk I would have taken actually would have made me more profitable now. And what I would have done is taken the trade, but that trade stop loss I would have kept very tight, meaning it will be just here. And then, like when it moved, for example, the way it moved now, I would have moved my stop loss to break even already. Even though it is in my favor and I did take that chance, I would have minimized the risk on that chance by doing that. So that can go both ways. It's either in my favor or it can turn against me, go and take out my break even and then come down. So I'm still looking forward to see what the results is going to be for this trade. But I want to play a game as well, and it's a difficult one because of this video that's so long already. I don't want to do any gameplay without you guys, and I don't want to do any trading without you guys. So I'll just sit and watch, and then when there's something happening, I'll just bring you guys back. I think that is what we're going to do now. I might be here a while. Okay, but I'll see you guys now. For me, it's longer. For you guys, it's very short. Okay, we are having some action here. It wanted to go down, and unfortunately, it looks like it's going to take us out. This was a very big push now towards the upside. Um, I did expect this more or less because I can't say there was a rejection, a clean rejection on the 4,000. The market is moving very sideways, especially the gold. I've just checked that and there we out. Okay, so the first trade on the channel is unfortunately in a loss, but we will do better. But on the 4 hour, you can see the market is very sideways. It's consolidating quite a lot. These lines are here because I've drawn them on the 15-minute. But yeah, that is not fun. Like I've said, okay, so let's reflect on this trade a bit. Was it a valid trade? Definitely. I think it was a valid trade. We've done very good in the beginning of the trade. Maybe I should have moved my stop loss quicker to entry, but it would have taken me out before I gave it a real chance. And that is one thing I want to avoid um, when I trade with you guys. It is because I have a tendency to do this exactly a lot and too much. So there is sometimes that I'm in a very good trade and a very good position, and it takes me out, or I exit too early, and then the trade goes far beyond my TPs, and yeah, it is just frustrating to say the least. But nevertheless, this is part of trading. Some days you win, some days you lose. I have missed the DAX opening this morning. I would have made money there. That would have given me TP at least. And now this one, it's very consolidating on the 4 hour. It's very sideways. It's moving sideways. So it's difficult to say what it's going to do. Um, there's not there's no real big announcements today. So it is what it is. I mean, that is part of trading. So what I'm going to do is I'll post this video as the first official trading day. Tomorrow morning I'll record the DAX. Hopefully I have time, but if I get the time, I'll do the DAX opening, and then again I'll do the gold as well tomorrow afternoon. What I did think now is maybe to do the US 30 as well. So, which means we're going to have the DAX, but I'll minimize that after we're done with that. But then we're going to have the gold running here and US 30. So that is maybe I'm considering that. But the US 30 we're going to, or Wall Street, we're going to do the 5 minute opening range. Again, it might be over trading. It depends on your appetite, what you are willing to risk ultimately. So I am willing to do both tomorrow, or all three of them tomorrow. I still think it's a valid strategy. I've seen it many times that it is a profitable strategy most of the times. Unfortunately, today was now not one of those days. So, to get back to the game, I believe I'm going to call it here as well in the game. I can't even remember what we did last, but I think we ran away from a Reaper. So I'm going to call it here for the game as well. The game progress is going to be slow when the market is moving sideways like this. I think when we have a bit more volume and trending markets, I'll be in and out of trade very quickly, and then let's select it's a fish which I can kill, and I get lapis. Okay, so when the markets are trending and there's a bit more volume in the markets, I believe I would be in and out the markets much faster than what today was, and then we can continue with the gameplay. Otherwise, I am going to do gameplay during the weekends or during times that I'm not trading, so that is also an option, just to get progress on the game as well, because this is a very long game and progress have a tendency to be slow, especially on the pace that I'm playing it. But yeah, we are going to figure it out as we go, and there will be other games, there will be other strategies, there will be other indicators coming. We have a long road in front of us, and yeah, I am looking forward to going through all of this and this whole journey with you guys. So on that note, I am going home. I am going to go to sleep, and I'm going to call it. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Unfortunately, this was not a profitable day for me, but tomorrow is another day. So I am seeing you guys tomorrow with a new day, a new gameplay video, and a new entry on hopefully 3 symbols or markets, but at least one. I'm going to try for that dex. Okay guys, see you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.